Hello, everybody. We're back. We're getting ready to start the second show in just 1 second. Once the ladies come back, we will get cracking. Hello to Jason and Gilo and Kazakh1623 over on Instagram, and everybody who is here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
You're making me think about Olivia's.
Oh man, I'm thinking about it right now.
I could join the walk-up list.
Oh, yes, you could. Hey, Fulton. Hey, oh man, I'd celebrate with you tonight with some rolls there, Fulton. Texas Roadhouse. I love Texas Roadhouse. Shout out Gilo, Coke Zero. Oh, look at that. Jason and Melissa over to Perry. Oh, no, Disneyland. I thought it was Perry.
Ooh, where's that going?
Okay.
Patty.
Paris.
Marie, the baguettes.
Okay, here we go. This is 2435 ZOU. Gilo. They just got, our university has got a $62 million donation today.
Wow, that's exciting.
$50 million for the stadium and $12 million to pay our football players.
Oh my!
Bring it, SEC. Let's go. Looks great, Jay. Okay, here we go.
Jay, you're an idiot.
Be nice to our listeners. Don't call them idiots.
Jay knows.
Especially my friend.
Okay. Jay knows.
Keep your mic from that.
I got it.
Okay, because it was like really. Maybe it was just my headphones, but I was like, dude, you're killing my ears.
I think it's you. I don't.
Well, no, because
what's going on?
Well, no, it was on. I could see it on my lines.
Oh, well, I muted myself as much as I could.
I know. I think it's when you type it. Vibrates.
Maybe, which is why I had to mute myself when I was typing to look all that stuff up. So
here we go. Let's see. Okay, so 24, 30. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to episode 2435 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com. And of course, one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Yes, we are 2 days away from the big game, and hopefully you are ready to have a fun Sunday. Most importantly, you have your snacks, your meal, everything planned out to just sit on the couch, eat all the good food, and just have a good time with friends and family. But we're going to get you there with a fun podcast today because this weekend is all about here in the States. It's all about the snacks. It's all about the good food. And we're going to talk dining, snacking, quick service, table service, all the good stuff. Because, you know, we go to the Disney destinations. I mean, 98% of it's about eating. And that's what we're talking about today. 98% of the Be Our Guest podcast is about eating, I guess, you know, if you think about it over the years. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to champion some underdog restaurants, both at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. You know, it's like when that Cinderella team comes out of nowhere, like the 2000 St. Louis Rams. Nobody knew who Kurt Warner was back in the day. He was a Northern Iowa grad. Dude was stocking grocery shelves, comes out of nowhere. Trent Green blows out his knee in the preseason. Nobody knows who this cat is. Comes in, greatest show on turf. We win the Super Bowl. Greatest team ever. Unbelievable. Then they go to LA, and I'm still bitter, and I still can't talk to my dad about it. It's a whole like Lifetime movie to be made or something. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. We're going to talk Disney food today. Ricky from themouseforless.com from the old days. What's up, Ricky? Happy Friday.
No, the still days. The Mouse for Less is where I still. A Disney World, after all, is old, but it's back. So yay!
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Nope, that's not.
themouseforless.com.
Wow, it's like your crazy Ed.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's go with it.
Yes.
It's the Super Bowl weekend. Let's go.
I did not get fired from the Mouse for Less, as Mike has tried to.
Yeah, that'll be a Patreon exclusive.
Exactly.
Patreon podcast.
But I have brought back a Disney World after all. If you are looking for Disney news and tips and tricks without the clickbait, what? It's such a novel idea, right? So excited about that. But as far as the food is concerned, we always go to a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, big game party every single year. It's at, huh?
We don't profit, so I think you're good.
That's right. We're fine. Yeah.
We do not profit on anything. So
oh my gosh, right, exactly. So it's always at his coworker's house, and so I always have to come up with something. I come up with some sort of snack to bring, some sort of sweet treat, and this time I'm like at a loss. I have a few ideas, but I'm still kind of, I want to make something easy because I have Lucy now, and it's not the easiest thing to, make some sort of big concocted baked treat for, Super Bowl. And so I gotta try to figure out an easy treat to make for this year's big game. So if you've got ideas, let me know.
We're doing the Super Bowl party with Sandy and Andy, who are my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, right? Pam's sister and her husband, and my little nephew, Austin. So they live less than a mile away from us. They're right, 2 streets over, basically, like in the next subdivision. But between our houses, there's a Cecil Whitaker's and an Emo's. So you can know like what's going to happen with us, right? That's going to be one of our go-tos. We're getting a pizza. So, but I mean, we got to have she makes a killer cheese ball. You got to have chips and dips, and somebody's got to go the extra mile and make the good stuff. But you got to have a pizza. We got to have wings. So we got to maybe go to Deerberg's or Schnucks, get some pre-made wings. Maybe even go to not Buffalo Wild Wings. What's the place? The good place. Wingstop, lemon pepper, dude. But then you got to drink water for 3 days. Those things dry you out like a slug that you put salt on. It's ridiculous. When you're a kid, did you ever put salt on slugs?
Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah,
maybe it's like thing boys did when they were 7 in the Midwest.
No. I definitely put salt on slugs too. Yeah. Girls in the Midwest did it too. I'm just saying.
That was like a thing, but
yeah.
I didn't mean to. We're stupid kids.
I mean,
okay, Pam Forster, bail me out. Pam Forster, go to the Magic for Less, who doesn't condone any of this behavior. What's up, man?
Absolutely not. I'm thinking about these poor slugs. We actually, slugs like hostas, the plants.
Oh yeah.
And so one of the things that you do to sort of get them to not eat your hostas is to put beer in a cup near there. I don't know what happens to them at that point though. So maybe I don't want to. I don't know.
What kind of beer do they prefer?
I don't know. Whatever one that we aren't drinking that's at the house.
Smart.
No, but yeah. So we're so fortunate because the town I live in right now is really a teeny tiny town, but we have the best place to get wings. And it's basically down the big hill, from where we live. And it's this place called Union Brothers. It's in Harmony or Zillionople. And people I know, we take people there and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm still thinking about those wings. They have standard wings that they always have, but then they usually have a featured wing flavor. And they had this one, Mike, that you would have loved. It was like a Thai wing, but it had peanut butter and the sauce. It was
nice. That sounds good.
It was so good. So anyways, they have really great wings. You know why? Because here is the secret to good wings. I'm going to let you all in on it. And maybe most of you know this, but they can't be too dry. They have to have enough meat on them that they do not dry out when you cook them. And, when you get a bad wing, a really dry wing, you're like, it's so
you are correct.
You are such high expectations.
There's so much promise here.
That's what dip save. You got to have dips on hand to save you.
This is true. You do.
No, I know, but it's better when you don't even need the dip. True. It's so good.
I will say, Pam, you talked about peanut butter on wings. Did you try the wings that they had at which festival? The Epcot Festival, Food and Wine Festival. They were peanut butter and jelly wings. And not gonna lie, those were actually phenomenal wings, and I still dream about those.
I didn't have those, but those sound rocking.
They're really good.
They were so good.
You
were
can
so
get
good.
them a version of them year round at the Wave in the lounge, not
What?
at the restaurant. Not at the restaurant. At the lounge, you can get those there. Yeah, they're really good.
Oh
really
my
good.
goodness, you just changed my world. Thank
God
you,
bless
Pam
America.
Forster.
You gotta go. You gotta eat at the lounge. You can't. I don't think they even let you order them when you're sitting in the restaurant because we've
Wow.
asked before. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, awesome that they have like an exclusive for the lounge, though.
I know,
Good for
right?
them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine eating those wings with a PB&J shake from over at Tune In? Oh my God.
You'd be peanut buttered up.
Oh man, that's so
We
good.
feel bad for all the people who are allergic to peanuts.
Oh.
I know. I know. I'm trying to
we all
like
have our crust to bear, you know.
they say
terrible.
to give babies now peanut butter and stuff like that. So I've been trying to so that they don't hopefully
Earlier,
don't get the
yeah.
allergy. So I've been trying to like sneak things of peanut butter into Lucy. She's been doing good so far, so that's good.
It is.
I don't want her to be allergic.
I mean-
Mama likes peanut butter too much.
I feel you though if you have a peanut butter allergy, because like I have a severe banana allergy and I'm a marathon runner, dude. It is
True.
Mild like
get that banana away.
They're on both sides of the road, and my legs are wobbly, and people are. I mean, it's like a video game. I am not joking. Like they're trying to give me bananas, like
Trying to kill you.
volunteers, and I swear I swear they're getting paid by like the bananas they give out. Like there's like 38 teenagers trying to hand me bananas. I'm like, no, please. And I don't want to have to explain to 38, like 12,
Right.
18-year-olds I'm allergic to bananas, right? I just don't want one. But I mean, it's like they're all trying to hit me with a banana. I feel like I'm in Super Mario Brothers or something. Like, no, try to
like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to have to do an EpiPen at mile 22 of this race. I'm just trying to finish. Like, please. I'm just trying to get to the candy bar at the studios, a little mini dark chocolate thing. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. So today we are going to champion some underrated restaurants, some underdogs that nobody talks about. We just don't talk about them. They don't have to be like, oh, people hate these restaurants, but you just never hear about them. And I'm going to go with my first one because I don't really usually go first. But my restaurant that I'm going to go with, Mama Melrose over at the studio.
Good choice.
When's the last time you heard about Mama Melrose? Like,
surprisingly enough, though, you say that, but every time I try to get like a walk up or a reservation there, like, I'm just scrolling the app and I'm there and I want to see, oh, hey, can I walk in here or get a reservation in like an hour or two? It is never available. So I agree with you. Nobody ever talks about it, but for some reason, everybody's eating there because it's one of those restaurants that I have not eaten at because of the fact that it's so hard to get into. It's really weird.
It is true. It is true. It is busy. I mean, it is underrated, but it is busy. I will give you that. It is, when you go there, it is kind of tricky to get into. But like, for one thing, I think if you give your average guest and you say, find Mama Melrose in the studios.
No idea.
Because that was me back in the day. Like, there were days where like I had a restaurant like 10 years ago. We'd make an ADR for Mama Melrose, and then I'd go to find the dang place, and I couldn't find it. Like I'm like, where is this restaurant in this? And I'd be like walking around the studio. It was back like before Galaxy's Edge.
Here are the directions. Are you ready? Go see Muppets.
Yes.
By the store. I could not find this restaurant
via the Muppets.
Corner. I remember like twice I'd tell Pam, I'd be like, I know this Italian place is in this park somewhere, and I cannot find it. I'd have to look it up on a map. And I'm like, I should know this better than this because I'm a Disney guy, like, right? But I could not find it. But this restaurant, every time we go there, and Scott and I have gone there a few times, like the night before the marathon, to pasta up as we do as runners. Like, we should have been in the Olympic trials down there this past weekend, but we weren't. I don't know why they didn't call.
I wonder.
But we had a person from Chesterfield, lady, come in second. She's going to the Olympics. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Sisan, I think is her name. Anyway, but I mean, you don't even know this, I bet you. They have, Scott's had it, steaks at Mama Melrose. Because you're thinking Italian place, right? Pasta.
With mac and cheese.
Yeah, with mac and cheese. And they have chicken parm. I mean, that's solid. But I always get the lasagna, and it is so good. And one of the things I want to sell you on about this restaurant, now I don't know if you know this, originally it was supposed to be like a Muppets themed restaurant. It was supposed to kind of go along with that whole land. And you can kind of see where they could have done some like gags with Muppets back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like that it's like again, this kind of fits my Mike in the Midwest persona kind of thing. It's fancy enough. You know what I'm saying? It's a table service restaurant. It's got like the red and white checkered tablecloths. It's a nice restaurant, but it's casual, right? It's not fancy, but it's fancy enough. And it's got the food. I mean, I've never had, like, I've had salads there. The salads are really good. The lasagna is super good. The service has always been great. The prices are right where I want to pay for a table service restaurant. The studios that you're in and you're out. I mean, it's always a good meal. But I never hear anybody talk about this place. And the desserts are really good too if you stick around for dessert. I don't always, because you can always get desserts, you know, like I can go get a PB&J shake over at, you know, back in the day, get it to go at Tune In. But I just want to give some love to Mama Melrose. I don't want to spend a ton of time because I want to make sure we get a lot in. But Pam, real quick, I mean, am I wrong? Do you ever hear about Mama Melrose? Good place?
You're not wrong. And I think too, one of the things, first of all, it can be part of the Fantasmic dining package. So remember that. I think that that's always a great option to do. And it just is one of those places that I think gets overlooked because you always hear so much about 50s primetime, or you hear about the Hollywood and Dine or whatever's going on, you know, there with Hollywood and Vine. Those are some that always get in, but the sci-fi is always packed. It just always is. It's one of those ones, Mike, you probably know, it's so hard to get, like, just period.
I don't go there.
I think Mama Melrose is just forgotten about, like you say. Usually, I think if you try, you know, even a few weeks out, you're usually able to get something. Probably not a walk-up. I think the walk-ups are just hard to get everywhere almost anymore. It just is. So yeah, absolutely give it a shot. And I believe too, they also have pizzas. So even for if you have a picky eater, just about everyone likes a pizza. So that's always an option.
You know, Pam, you mentioned, I think one of the reasons why I have a hard time getting a reservation here a lot of times, especially day of, is because it is a Fantasmic dining package option. Yeah. And I think a lot of people decide, oh, hey, I'm going to get the Fantasmic dining option here at Mama Melrose. It's you know, it has a lot of things that a lot of families would like, especially because it is pasta. So it's pretty, you know, simple for a lot of families. So I can easily see why I don't get in there, because I'm not ever booking a Fantasmic dinner package. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Rikki. Pick a restaurant and champion it for us.
I have a fantastic restaurant that, you know, you don't hear a lot of people talking about, but I'm telling you, the food is so good. And that is Jungle Skipper Canteen at the Magic Kingdom. So many people just walk right by this restaurant and completely forget it exists. I can oftentimes get day of reservations, which again is just blasphemy, because the food is so good. I mean, I very much enjoy getting the hearty har char siu pork. By the way, in case you couldn't tell, this restaurant is themed after the Jungle Cruise, and there are a lot of puns.
It's a very punny restaurant.
It is a very punny restaurant. It's on the menu. It's on the walls. Your server is very punny. I have had so many great servers here who have completely played up that Jungle Cruise mentality of making jokes over and over again throughout my entire meal. It's so great. I love getting to dine here. You know, where else are you going to get, you know, taste like chicken? Because it is. So, you know, duh. I mean, it's just delicious. And a lot of times they have, oftentimes this is an appetizer that's like not listed on the menu, but they'll often have it, and it's the Brazilian cheese bread, and they have this amazing dip with it. And oh my goodness, I dream about this Brazilian cheese bread and this dip. So it's not on the menu all the time, but it is there a lot of the time. So they will tell you if it is a specialty of the day. So I absolutely adore this restaurant. It is so good. If you haven't tried that, you should, because I really think you're going to like it.
I agree with this.
It sounds a little more exotic than it is. Let's put it that way.
When this restaurant was announced, I thought it was going to be like, again, it's kind of like Be Our Guest. Like, you know, I thought this was going to be like one of those places that was just going to you're never going to get in here. And like, you can just walk up and get into Skipper Canteen anytime you want. Like,
It's true.
I haven't been in there in ages.
Yeah.
It's just so like everybody walks past it. Pam, real quick.
They do.
It is, and it's one of the locations, a table service restaurant in the Magic Kingdom. And if you want to get a drink, like a drink with some alcohol, this is one of the places that you can do it in the Magic Kingdom. And sometimes when you're in the Magic Kingdom, it has that like effect that you feel like you do need a drink after. So then you can just walk right over and get one. No, it just So a couple hours in Fantasyland, and you're like,
Yeah, I need that drink
yeah. Right now, but it has some great options. So yeah, it's absolutely a good choice.
Good job. Okay, Pam Forster, give us another restaurant that is an underdog that we need to consider possibly.
It's an underdog, and probably there's a lot of people that don't know about this one. And it's at one of the resorts. It is the Banana Cabana over at Caribbean Beach Resort. I know.
Open air restaurant.
I know it is. But I'm going to tell you, so this is really just sort of a little outdoor bar restaurant, right? The Banana Cabana is the bar there. And they started serving food a while back. But let me just tell you, these are some of the things that they have. Of course, they have wings, which is a mango, barbecue, guava, buffalo, or Jamaican jerk. Hello. All good choices. We just were talking about wings not too long ago. The Caribbean chips and dip, which come with a pimento cheese, by the way. Just going to say that.
Pimento cheese.
Right? Isn't that good on everything?
Chick-fil-A took away their pimento cheese sandwich like they had for like a while, and I'm still mad about that. Oh man,
I think they still have it here. No, maybe they did.
They don't have it here because I got so mad, and now I got pimento cheese in my fridge.
It is the southern. Oh, I mean, I do live in the South, so it may still be here.
I make my own now. Yeah.
So they also have loaded fries, which always a good thing. Seafood fritters. So those are just some apps. But then they have some like sandwiches too. They have a burger. They have a jerk chicken sandwich. They have a Cuban sandwich. They have a calypso salad. They have coconut shrimp. So, I mean, it's someplace where you can go and have a good meal. And it's just like fun there. They have musicians there sometimes. It's a great location. And if you didn't know, when you're at Caribbean Beach in that area, you can see the tops of the Epcot fireworks. So it's kind of like a little hidden gem there. But this is a great location too, because you can take the Skyliner over from any location that has a Skyliner. So if you're in Epcot for the day and you feel like doing something different, you could take the Skyliner right over to Caribbean Beach and go to Banana Cabana. No reservations required or even allowed. So check that one out.
Problem with that is, and I agree, they do have good. It's a great place to go. You're so close to Primo Piatto, which I love. But
I know
that's a good thought there. And Melissa in the live chat, she lives right behind the Magic Kingdom, which is pretty awesome with Jay. Also says the food court at Caribbean Beach is solid. And I agree. Like when you stay at Caribbean Beach, you got a lot of options for dining. I mean, just right there, you got the food court, you got Banana Cabana, you can go over to the Riv, Bar Riva, Primo Piatto. Man, you are like in a dense area. You can actually hop the Skyliner. And I mean, this is, especially if you have kids, you got everything pop and you have landscape of flavors right there on the Skyliner. I mean,
so many choices.
You can go to all the Epcot Air resorts. I mean, boom, you got just food everywhere if you're on the Skyliner.
I think that's one of the biggest pluses for all the Skyliner resorts, because we all know, and I think this is the monorail resorts have the same thing. On day 6 of your 8-day vacation, you're like, okay, really, I cannot go to my food court one more time. Right. Like, I've had these things. I do not want them. So,
okay, so here's one that I don't know if this is popular or not. I really don't know because I don't go to Disneyland often enough, but I love this place. And I think the equivalent of this at Walt Disney World at the Magic Kingdom is Pinocchio's Village House. So I could be totally like, people might be dogging me on this one all weekend, but I love the Red Rose Tavern at Disneyland. And I think I love it just because of just the aesthetics of this place. But I go there every trip for breakfast. They don't have a big breakfast menu, but it is so gorgeous on the inside because you're eating in Fantasyland. Okay, they also have a couple murals that say "Be Our Guest," and I always get my picture by it. So I think that kind of sells me on it. But it's kind of a combination of Pinocchio's Village House, like on the inside, and it looks very much like Pinocchio's Village House, and kind of like Gaston's Tavern. But they have traditional stuff, like they have this really rocking breakfast sandwich, which I am a person who, for breakfast, I need protein, which I will go for the big cinnamon roll. Don't get me wrong, over at Gaston's Tavern at the Magic Kingdom when I'm in Florida, but then I pay for it later because it burns off so fast that I'm just like, got the jitters.
You need a nap.
A nap, and I got the jitters, right? Because I just had too much sugar. But they just have this awesome, like, sandwich. It's called the Gourmet Breakfast Sandwich over at Red Rose Tavern in Disneyland. It says herb blend and I can't even pronounce it. Some kind of an egg, maple butter spread, Munster and crispy bacon, brioche style bun served with potato bites. It is a just solid breakfast sandwich. They also have kind of the bonjour breakfast, which is like potato bites, scrambled eggs, hickory smoked bacon or sausage, and petite croissant. So, because of course it's French, it's fancy. So there's not, they got pancakes and stuff like that too. But when you're going here for dinner or lunch, it's going to have your basic stuff like it's got burgers, it's got a chicken cordon bleu sandwich. I've never been there for dinner or lunch, but I've only been there for breakfast. But I mean, I'm looking at this flatbreads, like the chicken cordon bleu sandwich. Rock on. That's what I would get. I don't know what pizza au fromage means. I guess it's just cheese. Yeah, cheese flatbread. And they got plant-based stuff, potato bites and stuff like that. So it's not, it's a very basic kind of restaurant. It is basically your Pinocchio's Village House menu, but you got to go in there because I mean, it is so cute on the inside. It is just, it's fantasy. You're dining in Fantasyland at Disneyland. I love this place. I don't know if Pam, is this popular? Do you know? The locals might know out there.
No, I think it is. And one of the reasons is that it typically has sort of a specialized dessert offering. So like they change that up every now and then. And it has some of really popular items that you can only get there. But I agree with you. It's just, it really is sort of a really sweet location. Like when you walk in, it's very charming. It has an outdoor seating area as well. And like you mentioned, it does have breakfast, which I think is a huge plus because sometimes there's just a lack of locations for things like that. The other big plus for this one is you can mobile order.
Yes.
And we all know at Disneyland, it's even more important than at Disney World because those people just eat at all of the counter service locations and they get packed. So something to look at there.
Yeah, it's so cute inside there. I don't know why I love this place so much, but I just like, I love it. Like, I just love going in there, getting my little breakfast sandwich, my little potato bites, and just like looking around at this. And I know, like when I'm in there, like my brain tells me, Mike, you're eating at Pinocchio's Village House at the Magic Kingdom. I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm at Disneyland. It's better. Like, yeah, this is me. But okay, Ricky, go with another place.
All right. I'm going to go with a relatively new place. And I'm probably going to butcher it. It's Shiki Sai, which is at the Japan Pavilion and Epcot. It replaced Teppan-Edo, and it's for the most part, a sushi restaurant. However, I'm not the biggest sushi fan, but I decided I wanted to try this restaurant to see how it was for those of us who are not sushi lovers, because Brian is, so I knew he'd love going there. But they have some really fantastic options for those who are not sushi lovers like myself. The thing that I ended up getting was this rice bowl, and it had grilled strips of beef that was served tableside with spinach and rice and a sweet garlic sauce. It was so good. The menu is just super extensive. There's udon noodles. There's so many different things for you to choose from. And really, honestly, I'm not hearing a lot of people talking about this restaurant, but I think it's because it does heavily focus so much on sushi. But I think that there are a lot of things on this menu for people to try that are not sushi lovers. And I think that people should absolutely give this restaurant a chance because it is actually really, really good. They did a fantastic job with this restaurant.
I never hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, it just opened within the last, 6 months to a year.
But I mean, and again, you would think with places that are new, you would hear buzz. And sushi, like, I mean, sushi's popular, right? I mean, it's not like
it's very popular.
I will eat sushi, but like, I would not go into a sushi place. Like, I'll have like a California. I'm very Midwest sushi, like California roll, right? I mean, I'm not going out on a limb. I don't know what I'm getting. That's for one thing. I don't know how to order sushi. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody like orders me, like tells me what to order, I'll eat sushi. I'm anti. Now my family, dude, don't even mention sushi with anybody else in my family. I will eat it. They will not even consider it. They'll be like, dude, don't put that on my table. But I would try this place. But I'd never think of it. Again, hopefully these places you just never think of. You walk past all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it replaced Teppan-Edo, so it's somewhat new of a restaurant, But
it didn't replace Tepanito. It replaced Tokyo Dining.
oh, Tokyo Dining. Yes, sorry, Tokyo Dining. Yeah,
People are
yeah.
like, oh my God,
No,
it's
still there.
the
No, sorry,
Boston
sorry.
place is gone. You're freaking people out. No,
Sorry. Tokyo Dining. Yes. Yeah.
Hang on.
No, Tapanito is still there. They're still cooking, in front of you and everything like that. No, that's still there. My bad. Yeah, it replaced Tokyo Dining, but it's a really good restaurant, and it does have unique views as well if you can sit by the windows. So I would absolutely consider dining here.
Those are the kind of facts you'll get over at DisneyWorldAfterAll.com. That Tepanito is out of business.
Yeah, no, stop. You jerk.
Love you, Ricky.
Yeah.
Pam Forrester, go with one more. What you got?
I am, and I have one that is one that you can actually often make reservations for, ADRs for, and it is the Creperie over in France.
It's another one I haven't ever been to.
I know. Well, so I think it really suffered from
pandemic
confusion,
This is true.
because there is the stand, but there is literally a sit-down restaurant here for that, and I want to bring that to people's attention because we've eaten there a few times and had a good meal each time. So they have entree crepes. Like, it's not just chocolate and strawberries and whatnot. They have like a ham, egg, and Swiss crepe. They have a chicken crepe. They have a goat cheese and spinach crepe. They have a sandwich crepe. They have a ratatouille crepe. I mean, they just have that kind of thing. And they also have a prefix menu, and the prefix menu is only $16.95, and you get a choice of one crepe that is sort of savory and one that is sort of sweet, and I think that's huge. That's right?
Deal.
I know, it really is. And of course, they do have the dessert crepes, just to make sure. They have the hazelnut one, which is awesome. They have a banana one. Mike, you can't have that.
Nope.
They have a peach one that's good. They have a pear and chocolate one, which is really good. So I think things like that, you can really try. They also have some interesting champagnes there, as well as French wines and beers and everything like that. So that's one that you can oftentimes make an ADR for when you have it in advance. And when you look through, you'll see it. But you rarely see folks talking about this one. And I think it just really suffered from people being confused about, there being a stand and a restaurant and whatnot. So
I can give you that. I can definitely give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things too, like before this place came out, I'll be honest. And again, I'm a 50-year-old dude. I should know this stuff, but I'm not very worldly, but I had no idea that crepes were savory. I thought crepes were only like in my life. I thought it was like, it's like telling me like there's a savory donut. Like,
right.
I don't think there are. Like, I think donuts are always sweet. Are there?
I bet there are.
I'm sure there are. Like,
nowadays, everything is, right?
Yeah.
But
right.
Like when I grew up, like a donut was like a glazed donut. Like now donuts are everything, right? They're like, you got a cheeseburger in the middle of it, Everybody's this is what my wife says. Like, can't you just have a hamburger? Like, why does it have to have 7 patties and like 16 kinds of cheese? Like, what are we doing? That's what she always says. Exactly.
But I do think, a crepe, I mean, in France has always sort of been savory. Sort of think of it as like the tortilla.
Right, exactly.
The tortilla of France. So yes,
I like
so
that.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. But the chicken one was really good, and so was it was really, and the goat cheese one actually was too.
That goat cheese one sounds fantastic.
Oh, I know it does. Now I'm serious. Like, I'm within striking distance of all.
You really are. You could totally go there for dinner tonight.
You're either in great shape or bad shape, depending on.
I know, right? For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the goat cheese. I don't think I've ever had goat cheese.
Oh, it's good.
Because people either love it or hate it, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, it has a distinct flavor.
It
really does. But the funny thing is, I think even people that don't like it, sometimes they'll eat something with it in there and they'll think, oh, I really like it. I think that it's like the thought of it is sometimes unappealing. Like Steve and Hannah, for the longest time, they're like, oh, we don't like goat cheese. I'm like, well, guess what, suckers? You know that thing that you just ate tonight that you love?
Goat cheese in it.
Cheese.
Ah, look what I did.
Got you. Totally. Just don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Felicia says bacon donuts. Oh, no, I know bacon donuts. And I'll tell you, Felicia, like 20 years ago, back before I started running and stuff, we went to a minor league ball game across the river at a place called the Gateway Grizzlies, like below Single A. It was like Frontier League. and they served hamburgers that the buns were Krispy Kreme donuts. And I had 2 of those suckers that night. And then I was like, I'll probably not wake up in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
God, that was a great night.
No.
That was a great, oh my
What
God, it
is
was so good.
No.
Can you imagine?
Did you feel like you ate like a bowling ball?
Yes.
They were cheeseburgers, actually. They were cheeseburgers
Oh,
where the
no.
buns were
No.
Krispy Kreme donuts, and they were wrapped like in aluminum foil. Like you got them like in aluminum foil. Oh my, I had 2 of them. They were so good because it was like so sweet and then so savory. Oh man.
No.
Like when you
no,
die and
no.
go to heaven and like calories don't count, that is what you're going to eat. Okay, we're going to go one lightning round. And my lightning round option here for the last thing is Smoke Jumpers Grill again at Disneyland, California Adventure, because they have I'm going to breakfast again because I'm always starving like to start my day out at Disneyland because I just want to get going and then I eat snacks the rest of the day and
Well,
counter.
plus it feels like 11 o'clock your time.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm like getting rocking. But here's why. For one thing, Smoke Jumpers Grill is in a great spot because it's right there as you go into the park. You just hang a quick right there next to Soarin', kind of behind the Carthay Circle there. And they have you got to know my life. This is all behind the scenes. I'm telling, I don't hide anything here on the show. You guys, especially if you're a Patreon supporter, you hear all about my life. But anytime I can get a food in a burrito form, I'm all about it. And so breakfast burritos are like, I love breakfast burritos. And they have a killer breakfast burrito that is served with breakfast French fries at this place. And I'm not just saying this. Over half marathon weekend in January, we had people kind of, because I got this like the first day, and then other friends would join in, and I had this 3 times. And so like Jared and his wife had this, and Scott and Elizabeth and Emily. Eventually, a ton of us had this, and everybody enjoyed the breakfast burrito, and it is big with the French. And everybody's like, "We're having French fries for breakfast because they're seasoned. They're seasoned fries. You can get it quick. You can mobile order it. You're right there, and then boom." At California Adventure, you're right on the main drag. You go right down the way. You can go to Incredicoaster. And the thing is, like, we had Genie Plus. So you have your Genie Plus reservations, and bam, you're just like knocking out so many attractions right there. And then if you want at 11 o'clock, you hop over to Disneyland and really get going. But great breakfast. I don't know what they even have for dinner because I've only had breakfast there, but I'm looking. Dinner, though, over there, it looks like they have, I'm just looking. It's basic stuff, spicy chicken sandwich, double cheeseburgers, grilled chicken tenders. So nothing. It's just a quick little place to grab food. But they do have alcoholic beverages, and they have some rockin' looking shakes. I've seen them have like featured shakes as you walk past, like when you're going to Soarin' and stuff back there. So check it out. Good place to go. They have an extensive alcoholic beverage menu, by the way, as I get down there. They even have a frozen Coke with Captain Morgan rum. Interesting. And they have margaritas. Because I'm not a big drinker, but there you go. So shout out Smoke Jumpers Grill, breakfast burrito, you rock. Okay, Ricky, lightning round, go.
I am going to go over to a resort, and it is over at Wilderness Lodge, and I'm going to go with Geyser Point. It is such a fantastic restaurant that so many people don't talk about. I don't know if it's because it's over at Wilderness Lodge and people are just going to Whispering Canyon or whatnot, but it is so fantastic. You get to sit by the water, which, hello, that part's awesome in itself. They have some great small bites like crispy Peking bites, macaroni and cheese bites, geyser chicken wings, a handcrafted crab cake, and yes, of course, they have not just one kind of charcuterie, but they have 2. They have a charcuterie board, of course, but they also have a charcuterie flatbread. Yes, I'm here for it. 100%.
I'm doing a bell with both hands.
Yes. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. They also have some really unique kind of burgers. They have a bison cheeseburger. There's a steak sandwich, a fried chicken sandwich, and they have some salads with salmon or tofu or steak. I mean, yes, just yes, please. I'm 100% going there for that charcuterie flatbread the next time that I am over there, because I did not realize that they had that, and I just read it on the menu and I was like, bring it on, baby, bring it on.
Okay, you just gave me a blister in my charcuterie finger.
Good, I'm glad. You deserve a blister in the charcuterie dinging finger. Yes.
Okay, stop. My finger's hurting. Okay, so that's a good call. I wish I was there tonight with a nice warm Florida breeze and some good
Same.
food. God,
Same.
and you're right.
That burger is legit.
Yes,
too,
it is
with
good.
the berry on it.
It is good.
So good. And I've had everything on that menu, literally everything, because we eat there all the time. The salad is fantastic. Just everything about that place. Yeah.
I should have warned everybody. Don't listen to this one. We had
Right. You got to put up a warning, like a sticker.
And Felicia on Facebook says, "Love Geyser Point, and they usually have one of our local Wisconsin brewery beers there. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Have Wisconsin brewery beer there. That's hard to say.
And the mule there is fantastic, blackberry mule.
You're so going to Geyser Point as soon as we get
No, I'm
Yeah.
like, dang.
I can see it in your eyes. I can totally see it in
Thank
your eyes.
you.
Steve, get the car ready.
Get the car ready.
Let's go.
Okay, last one, Pam, and you can get the you can get out of Turtle Cove, or
Right.
and head over.
I know. Go over to Geyser Point. So I'm going to a resort for this one as well, and it's over at Coronado, and we're going to. This is going to be funny. Siesta's Cantina, which is actually the pool bar there. But this is worth going to, and I know Mike knows it is because you know what they have there, Mike? Walking nachos. Yes, sir.
If you're gonna
they
be a
do.
nacho, you need to be cruising. I mean, walk.
That's right. 100%. And in addition, though, they have other things. They have a jalapeno mac and cheese bites. Yes, a Mexican fruit salad, which really is just fruit that has tahini on it. And so that's really good too. They have Caesar salad and a house salad and burgers and stuff like that. But the other entrees they have are mojo shrimp tacos, which are really good. When you're by the pool there, right, that you can get decent food to eat. Plus, they have personal pan pizzas. They have kids, chicken tenders and whatnot, and just tons of yummy drinks. Like the drink menu goes on for a bit. So check that place out. It's just another little hidden gem over there, Coronado.
So you want to know why I always stay at Coronado? I mean, do I have to tell you why Coronado's the best resort ever? I mean, you get great rates there. I mean, that's just like
right.
that just gets you in the door. You got Maya Grill, you got Siestas, you got the Tower. You got
Three Bridges.
I mean, Rick's Sports Bar. You got the only sports bar on property.
100%.
I mean, for a runner, you have 2 fitness centers. So you have 2 sets of treadmills if you want to run inside. Like during that, when everybody was running outside raining, when the half marathon got cut in half.
Yeah.
People were running outside, like my good friend Wade. He was running out there shirtless. I mean, just showing off because he's buff. But I was running inside on a dry treadmill because there's treadmills there. I mean, there are 8,000 reasons to stay at Coronado, but there's lots of Mexican food everywhere. And I mean, also, El Mercado del Coronado, great dessert bar. I mean, there's so many reasons to stay at this place.
There are. It's tons. There's just lots of places to go, and it's just beautiful. We were there not too long at the beginning of whenever I started this.
Your epic odyssey.
Right. And it just is. I love it, and I forget how much I love it until I'm there. So
I love that. Just when you pull up to the Grand Destino Tower, and it's got that big, huge, like arches, like carport kind of thing, porte cochere, whatever it is.
Cochere, yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna jump out of here and get you ready for the weekend. But let us know on the socials, what is your underdog restaurant? And we'll talk about this in a couple of weeks. We have a live call-in show, but we'd love to hear your restaurant that you champion. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Don't forget, show's brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We're standing by all weekend. Help you plan a great Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney trip. All the details are on the website. Great place to start your trip planning over at themagicforless.com. Just fill out that free, no obligation quote form. We'll take care of you from there. Again, check it out, magicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. That supports the show throughout the year, and become a patron. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can do that for just $5 a month, less than a coffee at Starbucks. It really does help support the show throughout the year. And you get that bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Thanks to our Patreon supporters who support us already. And if you'd like to support us, we'd love to have you. Coming over, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give us a follow on the social media. It'll be fun this weekend at beourguestmike for myself. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS, and Pam's at TMFLT Pam. So give us a follow over there. All right, we'll be back again on Monday with a fun trip report. But until then, hope your team wins on Sunday. Whoever you're rooting for, hope you have a fun Super Bowl party. If you are having fun, please be careful out there on the roads after the party. Have somebody else take the wheel if you have too much fun, because we want you back here on Monday. We care about you. We want you to stay safe. So until then, you guys have a fun weekend. Have fun with your friends and family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. All righty.
All right, awesome.
So
Yay!
go have some fun, Pam.
Yes.
Yes, go enjoy food.
Yes, I'm starving now talking about
Me
that.
too.
So
All right, I'll see
I'll
you guys.
see y'all next week.
All right, see you guys.
Okay,
Bye.
See you,
bye.
everybody. Bye.